I am a dancer, that is to say, a conduit. I don't define movement. Movement defines me. Every dance tells a story. A human mind. Exploration!
That was truly cringeworthy.
Okay! Welcome to RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 12, The Impending Suffering of My Mental Health. Oh, okay, so this is Chapter 12. It's called Creation, which is not a good sign. It's not a great sign when the thumbnail for the episode is James Ironwood and Penny, and the title of the episode is Creation. That's not great. Like, I know that their grand master plan 4D chess is go to the vault, and who knows what comes after. I guess, convince Ironwood they're gonna do the thing, don't actually do the thing, aura amp Penny so that she doesn't self-destruct / implode, you know, die. Profit? I guess? This is, oh god, how long is it? It's 18 minutes and 15 seconds. That's not a lot of time. I'm super caffeinated. I've been awake for like 4 hours. It's not even 10 a.m. yet, so the episode hasn't even been out for an hour. So you know I haven't been spoiled. Hopefully by now my downfall of James Ironwood video is out. It's currently content blocked because of one segment from Volume 2, so I have that in dispute. At the time of recording, it's probably done. I feel like saying things like that just dates when I record these videos, but Kasumi's finally here again. She's back. I don't know if you can see Joker, but Joker's here too. Yeah, you can't see him. You just see Ed's glove. He's behind Ed, I swear. Let's fuck it. You know, fuck it. Let's just, I'm sure everything's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. It's not like we only have 2 episodes left in the season or anything. I'm trying to figure out how long I did the wait for RWBY because I'm still debating it. We said goodbye to all the things we loved. Gave up our lives just to find that it was not enough. They left our solitude, our carefree peace. What we thought would change the world was just a childish dream. We failed to stop our own demise, a tragic end before our eyes. F in the chat for people who say that they don't mind me singing, but I'm really loud. I'm trying to move away from the microphone. My home will finally clear. Maybe the end we tried to avoid is already here. Also, don't get used to me recording these on Saturdays because I'm immediately gonna have to stop next week. Right before the finale, too. I mean, it's 14 episodes, so maybe I'll be able to for the finale. I'm hoping I can. But the only time they could get scheduled for my vaccine check-in was, like, Saturday morning. Gotta love being in a clinical trial and having a flexible schedule because it means you get all of the short end of the stick appointments. Oh, this is great! Great! Just so much. I'm excited! Yeah! I'm not worried at all. Nora! I am so happy to see her up and moving again. What are you fucking doing? We're here! They're there! Is he really gonna have it en route just in case?
Be ready for anything. We don't know what state Penny is in.
If any of those brats had the nerve to come with her, we put them down immediately. The general gave his terms. No more games. Is there a problem?
Yeah! Child murder!
Retracing the steps that led us here.
What would you do if there was a child right in front of you?
What is it, sir?
Crow and Robin. They're in the Academy hangar.
Trying to stop the payload.
Or just looking for a way out.
Both?
Not going to happen. I've been waiting to take my shot at those two. Let's go, Aesops.
But someone needs to stay here with the general.
No, they
I'll
don't.
stay. We lose the payload, we lose our leverage.
She's right. Contain it. Now.
Judas.
So, this course of action,
I hope you're not going to try to talk me out of it.
no, sir. I don't think that's possible.
This would be a great time to have Neo
I
on their
didn't think
team.
you'd actually come alone.
What the fuck?
I expected at least some resistance from your friends.
What is that?
I don't want anyone else to die. I must open the vault.
Is it gonna remove the virus?
You've done the right thing.
Lie detector? What is it?
I have.
Feels weird.
I knew it! She's been working on her semblance! Winter. On 3 of them? That's some anime shit. I'm so down for that.
Sorry, guys, but we don't want to fight.
We didn't want to drop Atlas either. But we've all had to make some tough calls, huh? Go! Move to phase 2!
Hell, where's Ruby?
She has to go to the vault. That's actually a risk we haven't considered.
We've been so worried about keeping the vault closed that we never considered using what's inside.
The Staff of Creation.
Maybe we could use it to save Penny and get everyone in Atlas and Mantle back to safety.
Gently lower Atlas.
Well, you'll never guess who I just heard from.
Did Winter just IM you? Hey, I'm turning coat.
So, you're not arresting me?
No. Ironwood's got to be stopped.
Then why did you hit me?
Because you were about to get killed if I didn't do something.
You're so valid!
What are you doing?
Texting my sister.
What I should have done ages ago. Getting in touch with my sister. We're going to need help.
Hee hee hoo hoo. This is just the Umbrella Academy driving by car
Speaking
meme.
of help,
We've got people trapped in Atlas and Mantle that we can't evacuate unless we use the staff, which is located inside the vault. If we open the vault, Penny terminates. If Ironwood gets wind of any of this, he blows up Mantle.
There's something else to consider.
Salem.
Once the staff creates anything else, the city drops. Atlas has enough natural gravity dust to keep it from plummeting immediately.
That's good.
Well, nobody's going to want to be around when it touches down.
Take it out for 5 seconds, do the thing, put it back.
Okay, then let's use the staff to teleport everyone to safety. Maybe even to another kingdom.
We can't just wave it like a magic wand and make our problems go away. And we haven't even told you about him.
Who? Him?
The spirit and the staff.
Of course.
Like Jin. But, well, he's
Bitchy?
a character. He can build you anything, but only if you can explain to him how. Like any craftsman, he'll need blueprints. Some sort of reference. It'll help if we have real-world examples to show him.
I've already gone through the city layouts for the SDC evacuation. Maybe I can help.
King!
There's still James and his bomb to consider.
Oh, I've got a plan for that.
So, that takes care of phase 1.
I'm still
Meanwhile, the
not
real Penny goes to the vault.
over Emerald's line.
I blasted a hole through the bottom of Atlas, and I highly doubt they've had time for repairs.
Just casually.
That should take you straight to it.
Lifting 4 people!
All of that is the easy part.
I'm so proud of her.
As soon as Penny opens the door, we go through, grab the staff, and stop her termination.
Just hang in there.
Don't they need Jean for that?
Okay.
To boost her aura? She's so scared. Baby girl. Man, I love the Windows 98 load screen. Pretty. Don't they need Whitley? Thank God it stops time. Oh. I want to know if there's art of all the relics kind of laid over one another. Because I'd get that tattooed. I'm down. Is it Big Bar at Titty time?
It seems someone has come to engage my creative wild.
It's a JoJo looking motherfucker.
Says it better be worth it after my last project. A floating city? How pedestrian.
Hi, Mr. Ambrosius. Sir.
Ha.
Listen, it's about our friend. She's dying.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that you know it's against the rules for me to bring people back from the dead, so...
That's not what we want. She's not your typical girl.
Hee-hoo. Yeet!
So she isn't. I'd love to meet whoever did this.
I love him.
Ah, I see. There's something eating away at her. I'm guessing you think you have some clever plan to save her. Just know, I will give you exactly what you ask for, and I don't want any complaining when it's not what you wanted.
Oh,
we
no.
brought her schematics. We want you to make a new version of her, using her exact same robot parts.
That was curiously worded, girl.
An exact copy of her would include the virus. An exact copy of her without the virus would cease to exist the second you make something else. And we kind of want to keep her around longer than that.
Aww.
You've done your homework.
She has!
I want you to create a new version of her, using her existing robotic parts, taking the virus with them.
Okay, but if I take the robot parts out of her, that would leave...
Penny, the girl who's always been there underneath it.
Real girl.
You can't destroy. It's against the rules. But you wouldn't be destroying her. Her soul is who she is.
The mechanical parts are just extra.
But a soul without a complete body, what would be left?
I don't know. I guess you just have to get creative.
I suppose I could do a little add a touch up.
Equivalent exchange.
How much would be my work and how much would be her? Just coming up to the surface. This is all very exciting and very dangerous. I don't know what the results are going to be.
Couldn't you
We
just
don't have any other options.
hit up Pietro, maybe?
Then ready yourselves to witness my artistry.
Is she gonna real girl?
It's done.
So they have one empty robotic shell. I'm a little confused on exactly what happened. There was a lot of fast talking.
I guess that's the signal then. Seems like things are moving forward in the vault.
Hopefully Penny is going to be okay.
If Atlas is moving, we need to get word out before people panic.
Meaning hurry.
I know. Okay, this should be,
You're live.
that did, something?
You're live.
Everyone can see you.
Actual footage of me streaming.
Citizens of Atlas, Mantle, what we have to tell you is very important. Atlas is falling, but...
Uh-oh.
Wait, what happened?
It's dead. The entire CCT. It just went down.
And so did kingdom-wide communications. How?
The bigger question is,
why?
what do we do now?
Oh.
That boy said Atlas is falling. Is that true?
Yes. We're using the staff to get everyone to safety. Salem can have the rubble. We'll all be long gone.
Are you going to leave me here?
Yes.
No. When we're finished, we'll move both of you to safety.
Oh, Winter, thank you.
But don't thank me. It was Weiss's decision.
Ha! One real girl! Toes!
Penny?
Real girl? Just the virus. Thank God she has the maiden powers. Congrats, you just watched yourself die again.
Are you okay?
Do hugs always make you feel this warm inside?
That's gay!
Yes.
Wow.
More! We should probably make sure our theory works. Let's start the evacuation.
Free to create and... Oh, it's you guys again.
We're not done with you yet.
Fine.
Let's try the quick version. Can you make a bunch of doorways in Atlas that open at a single spot in Vacuo?
Sure, I'll just need coordinates and specs for each door, an explanation for bending space and time to account for the much greater traffic on one side, and a single point of exit on the other.
Okay, that's about what we expected. So, we need to funnel everybody through a central location first.
You're going to have to tell me more about this central location for starters. Where is it?
Here. A place like these vaults.
The doorway.
Wherever they are, they're not part of Remnant. Only accessible if you know the right way in. Seems like a safe enough place for thousands of refugees.
You kids are either smarter
Stupid.
or much more foolish than you realize. I'm going to need a reference.
Oh, we've got one.
The girl who traveled through the world. That's some Genshin Impact shit. And also gorgeous as hell. I gotta see the concept art for that. There's no
People enter from Atlas and Mantle on one side.
Get them all in one location and then redirect
And
from
leave
there.
on the other side with a one-way ticket to Vacuo.
Well, everything appears to be in order. You were quite thorough. Disappointingly so.
So, it's done.
Yeah.
But Cinder. Baby girl.
Oh, and one last point of clarification about this central location of yours. Do not fall. Okay, and with that dire warning...
That does not bode well.
We did it.
What now?
Tiny.
Go to
She's
Vacuo.
Miss America.
All of us.
She's gonna get so cold.
And hope that we've thought of everything.
I fucking hate you. Was that the end? 13 feet tall based on staff topper, it makes sense. These really are just some JoJo looking bitches. I might do this version of Penny just because I was really struggling with how to figure out how to do like her little knee hinge. God, I do love the doors. They're also I gotta see the one for the other places. These episodes are fun, but they're also just, I know that they're doing it on purpose. I know that they're doing it on purpose. But it's really, it's the slow build in every horror game. How it's like what gets you isn't necessarily the jump, but the suspense building up to it. Because every time we're going into these expecting something awful to happen, and then when nothing bad happens, it's like, okay. But then that anxiety doesn't go away. It just keeps building, and I feel like it's really gonna hit in 13 or 14, and I am very afraid. Also, can we just have a solid F in the chat for any groups that were coming to Atlas to help who are gonna get there just in time for the city to fall? Like, that's just unfortunate. That's just unfortunate. Here I was thinking we would see Ilya rush in, but I don't know. I'm hoping, because we did see her. So I will take Sun and Neptune as just gonna be seen in Vacuo, because everyone is going to Vacuo now. But just fucking rip, honestly. Oh god. Okay, I want to go back and watch that beginning part again, because that beginning part again, it was so quick, but it was so cool. This is gonna be one of those episodes that I really want to I want to sink my little theory teeth into. There's lots of stuff there. All of the wording that they chose for Penny was very fast in particular and very specific, but at the same time being a little bit vague, which I know was the intention. But like, it made it a little hard for me to follow. That could be because I was more wrapped up in the fact of real girl, real girl, real girl, real girl. But okay. I'm going back to this. It's always a bitch when I scroll back through episodes with the sound on, especially if I have to overlay stuff. Okay, Nora's scars look so cool. I still want to know what that is. I guess it's like a scanner, maybe? I don't know. They still have to worry about the payload. Well, no, Robin went in.
Be ready for anything. We don't know what state Penny is in.
If any problem,
trying to stop. We lose the payload, we lose our leverage.
I love her
She's right.
ponytail.
Contain it. Now.
Also, just queen shit. I gave her shit for her acting earlier, but
course of action.
I hope
she's really picked it up. She's improved. She's got it.
No, sir. I don't think that's possible.
Emerald really has been knocking it out of the park. Is that like to keep her grounded or something? Like,
I don't want anyone else to die. I must open the vault.
You've done the right thing.
I have.
Feels weird.
I love this song. Okay, I'm gonna go off for a second. So, as I think I've mentioned this before, but my RWBY knowledge is most corely focused on the first 3 volumes, because whenever I would make a new RWBY cosplay, which was back when I was going to 3 conventions a year, I would make pretty much a new one every convention, I would always put whatever show I was cosplaying from on in the background. And since I was mostly doing RWBY, that resulted in mostly doing RWBY, and most of the videos that I did, the AMVs, were all around volumes 1 through 3. So I know like every scene, every episode, every fight like the back of my hand, basically. That knowledge kind of tapers off once we hit like 4, 5, and 6, because when they started getting to heavier things, I was like, I don't want to have Pyrrha dying in the background while I'm sewing. I'm not about that. But I would like to point out some really cool shit that they did here. And like, it plays into that Oscar Ozpin joining as one, but also him learning to fight from Ozpin. Is that I'm gonna mute it as much as I love this fucking song. Is that this is the same shit he did to Cinder. It is the exact same. It is literally the exact same thing that he did to her. And I remember very distinctly because when it happened in the Volume 3 finale, or it was either chapter 11 or chapter 12. I'm pretty sure it was chapter 12. When Osmond starts fighting her, he just pokes her like 800 times. And the number of memes that were just the Ozpin poked you Facebook notification, that's literally all I can think of. And I'm just, I know that it was out of character because it wasn't Penny, but the little thank you. Like, she's no longer a bad character, so I can be proud of how far she's come. Because do you remember how far, like, she was like, 1 mine I can handle, but 2 mines is a stretch. Like, that was not that long ago. That was maybe 10, 12 months. And over that course, she enhanced her semblance to the point where, yeah, this is just one person, but the scale of the illusion has easily quadrupled, and it's really impressive. Like, nice. And I like that this song, I think it, just based from the lyrics that I just heard, it does seem like a kind of Emerald-centric song, which I really enjoy, especially because there's this big thing that I've been seeing people talk about how every character in RWBY more or less has a mirror version in an antagonist, and that is kind of where they butt heads. And the person who was really explaining this in detail was saying they couldn't figure out who Emerald and Mercury were the parallels for. And then they realized that they were for each other. That Mercury was the antagonistic parallel of Emerald. And I love having this song that just saying it was like, it's not too far to like turn back around and like atone for the things that you've done. You already have a home now. You don't have to go search for it. Like, it's nice to have a redemption. Like, this has been one that we've been seeing coming for a while. We've been waiting for it for a while, and it's really satisfying to see her having to struggle with it and getting these moments, because you know that after a moment like this, it's gonna be like, yeah, congrats, you've earned brownie points with the squad. You still have a deficit. You still have to make up for all the things that you've done. And I think once they get to Vacchio, that's really gonna be where she sees kind of the brunt of exactly how much stuff they've caused. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was a couple moments, like, I would love for a moment with her and Yang. I can't really see it being her and RWBY. I can mostly see it being her and Yang, but just like I need you to understand what you've done. Like, you know better than anyone what you've done. And you clearly feel grief about that. We're not gonna purposefully go out of our way to make you feel worse about things you already feel bad about. But it's important that you realize what you've done and come to terms with it so that you can move forward, which I think would be really cool to see. And that is more or less kind of what she's dealing with now, but also just... Two birds fighting hand in hand. I also just love how that sequence, like, this is just so crisp. I miss team attacks like this. And like, even him, he was struggling to do more than one target at a time. And now just the situation demands growth. Also, like, I love Winter's fighting style. I've always loved Winter's fighting style. And part of that is because the very nature of having an accomplished huntsman is that the first time we really see a non-student huntsman fight is more or less Volume 3. It's Winter versus Crow. And it's really, like, you could say that we've seen Oobleck and Port a little bit, but, like, in truth, it's Winter versus Crow. And she's just really fun to watch. And she just has this grace and finesse to her, which is the whole nature of her character. And I'm glad that, I'm just happy These past two videos have just been me being very happy and very excited about this show, so shoot me, I guess. Like, I'm seeing all these angsty theories online, and I'm just like, I am looking away respectfully. These anime sword fights are getting ridiculous. God, I want that, like, I want this like, freaking wallpaper.
We didn't want to drop Atlas either, but we've all had to make some tough calls, huh?
She didn't even, like, Winter did not even have to pull out her second sword. Okay, wait, so those are, okay, it's just his guns, but in, like, souped up. It's his guns in a mech, basically. Cool. That explains what that is, more or less.
Go! Move to phase 2.
Squad.
She has to go to the vault.
Okay, can we just... I'm gonna not sit here and watch, like, the whole exchange with Ambrosius, I believe his name was, which I think is fun. Again, here, that's definitely something I need to, like, parse out with a notepad. But I just... God, there's so many shit posts I need to make. I've gotten very shit posty lately. I'm so sorry, y'all. Bitch like a Ken doll. Damn. I love all of, like, the ornate nature of all the stuff.
Worded, girl.
An exact copy of her would include the virus. An exact copy of her without the virus would cease to exist the second you make something else. And we kind of want to keep her around longer than that.
You've done your homework.
We want you to create a new version of her, using her existing robotic parts, taking the virus with them.
Okay, so that's what my issue was. Is that I was thinking that he was. I love how I said I wasn't gonna do this. I was thinking that he was making the human version, the non-robot version of Penny, but in reality, he basically disassembled and reassembled all of the robot parts in location B, leaving her aura and her soul to form Penny in location A. That makes sense. Okay, I got that now. That's...
If I take the robot parts out of her, that would leave...
Penny, the girl who's always been there underneath it.
Baby girl!
You can't destroy. It's against the rules. But you wouldn't be destroying her.
Equivalent exchange. Shout out to the staff of creation refusing to be a philosopher's stone.
But a soul without a complete body, what would be left?
I don't know. I guess you just have to get creative.
I suppose I could do a little add a touch-up. But if I do that, how much of the old Penny would be my work and how much would be her?
So there's a fun game that I play with RWBY sometimes, and that is this design element pretty because it's pretty, and like this shape is common in a lot of things, or is this design element significant? So feel free to just laugh at me being basic and mourning a character who died 5 volumes ago. But my attention is brought to the little circle there. Is that something that we all kind of notice, is that it's just the very nature. When things are dainty, they kind of have that curling, swoopy shape. So I will let that be. I'm just saying that the shape in the middle of the circle has some very similar design aspects to a certain character's shield, and I would tilt up my camera if it wouldn't fuck up my focus, and I would get it down if it wouldn't collapse my bookshelf. I'm just saying, it's intriguing. I'm gonna go cry now. Okay, show me my baby girl. Show me my baby girl. I want to see my little girl. Whoa, wait! Grab your girlfriend for emotional support. No more robot toes! She gets to be a real girl. Literally, my first thought, though, was like, this poor girl's gonna have to learn about eating. Do they have to potty train Penny? Like, I know it's logistical and totally unnecessary. It's just, it's funny to think about. This is not by any means like a nitpick or a criticism. I'm just like, she gets to experience it. I'm just, F in the chat for her swords. I don't know how she can use those now. God, Winter, you're a legend.
Are you going to leave me here?
No. When we're finished, we'll move both of you to safety.
Oh, Winter, thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. It was Weiss's decision.
Yeah, you know the one you extra fucked up? Well, she's just little!
Penny?
Oh, she's so worried. Ah! Okay, how fucking horrifying must that be for her? God, when Pietro sees her, can you imagine? Like, what it will be like when he sees her? The last thing he saw was his daughter, the last thing he heard was his daughter saying, "I love you," and probably dying. And he's going to see her again. And she's going to be a real girl. Like, I can't even, like, that moment, my eyes are like watering a little bit thinking about it. Oh, I'm curious about her bow, because her bow was always that very hard, rigid 3D, like 3D printed kind of look, but now it looks like it's an actual ribbon as well.
Are you okay?
Always make you feel this warm inside. Yes.
It's just, that is the, I'm sorry, I'm soft. These past 2 episodes have just been me being soft for 40 minutes, and I'm sorry, but this is the softest shit. Like, baby girl. I'm Penny outfit 2.5 potentially when she gets, because like she doesn't have the power symbol anymore. It's a real bow now. So I'm curious for any tweaks that'll happen. I mean, let's be real, everyone's gonna get new outfits of Vacuo, which, fuck my wallet, I guess, but like... She's so cute! I'm gonna go back and just freeze on that, because... I am soft. I am soft. I am soft. I am soft. This is soft. I am pleased. I said this last time too, but I'm gonna say it again every time something good happens. And that is, my crops are watered, my skin is clear, my debt is paid, I can breathe. Oh. Penny! She deserves it. This poor girl has been through so much shit. She's been through so much, and like... Yes. Also, shout out to Iron... I'm worried that... Okay. Now, I was about to cut it there, but my brain is thinking, so I have to, like... So here's the thing. So Ironwood is now more or less out of the way. Which has me concerned, actually. Because while Ironwood may be less of a threat, things are going very well. Which means that they're probably going to take a turn. And his warning, just whatever you do, don't fall. Like... My first thought is RWBY going over, and I really don't like that. I like to think that she can use her semblance to yeet upwards back onto the platform, but I feel like there's gonna be some circumstances involved. So I'm concerned, worried, fearful, nervous. If there's a fight scene there, that's gonna be rad as hell. I really hope that happens, actually. Oh god, where did my voice go? Better. I'm worried about that, but the fact that Ironwood is out of the way means that the temporary antagonist for this volume has now been taken care of, which means that the primary antagonists are going to move back into the forefront, which means Salem, who's likely going to reforge, because they said the most it took ever was a couple hours for Hazel after he beat the shit out of her and killed her. So I imagine it's been like 1.5, 2-ish since, maybe. You could maybe 3 or 4, like they probably have 2 hours tops before she's back. And the concern with that is also Cinder. So they cut the CCT. Cinder, Watson, Neo cut the CCT. The question is why? I don't know. I have thoughts. I don't even have thoughts. I have, like, there's a couple things that they could be doing. Like, I have a feeling they may be doing something involving the amount of gravity dust that Atlas has stored, so that maybe it won't activate, but I don't know. The fact that this all is going so well makes me very afraid for 13 and 14. So, you know, that's great. I'm trying to focus on the happy shit again. Okay, I'm gonna call it there. I'll probably just do a little drawing of the shield or put up a picture just because I'ma think about that, because I'm predictable. Also, do you think that all the computers in Atlas specifically, like, they have, like, the Windows 98, like, green landscape photo, but it's just that? I need to make that edit, like, as soon as possible, actually, because I think that'd be funny as shit. You just open up your computer in Atlas and you just have that landscape. And on that horrible note, I'm sorry for the shitposts. I'll see y'all next week. Baby girl, she be on my mind. I see her in my dreams.